do Costinha na mesa, sentiu-se aqui em Lisboa.
Posse de bola para Portugal, vai Éder, chuta, chutou!
Alrighty, welcome to the Portugal Corner, guys. Let's talk about soccer.
Hey,
Talk about it.
Let's do it.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
yeah.
Happy to have you. To one of our listeners, we are recording this remotely, so if we sound different, that is the reason.
Yep.
We are on a little bit of a lockdown for now, so we'll see how this goes. Hey,
Yeah,
guys,
this is bullshit.
yeah, what are you gonna do? You guys, where do you stand on having a cheese on a Bifana sandwich?
Cheese? No cheese.
I'll accept it.
No cheese?
Nah.
I just had one. Pretty good. It took it to another level.
Damn. Well, I don't want to take it to that level.
Branca style. Sorry, I just like the Rosa Branca style. Just the onion sauce, the bifana,
Yeah.
beautiful pala, the bread. That's it.
Ebola.
Yeah. Cebolas. I put some mustard on it and some hot sauce.
Mustard. I learned from the other place. The mayo on it is nice, and then I fried some extra onions and some red peppers. It was great.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. Cheese, though, I don't know.
Oof, nice slice of Havarti in there.
Okay. Havarti's a party.
Alrighty. Amendments and notes. Nothing crazy. I was thinking, you guys want to do Juan Wonder right now?
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that.
Not ready?
No.
Okay.
Sure.
Never mind then.
Let's go
Okay.
through. Yeah.
So the Super League was announced on Sunday night, and it quickly flopped real hard. As
Yeah.
apparently nobody wants it except for rich people.
Yeah. I don't.
I think rich people, but also like the fan. It's for like the fan in Malaysia and like China of like Real Madrid and like big top soccer. And I think even in their plans, they were probably trying to like. I'm sure Kroenke would want to like take that thing on tour. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna have this year. We're gonna have the season in like Singapore or in
United
Baku or
States?
wherever. The United States, yeah, because
Yeah.
stadiums they own those places. I think that was definitely in their plans.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's just weird because as it kind of unfolded over the past couple days, it seems like somehow nobody knew about this except for the people at the top, and all the players didn't want it. None of the coaches wanted it. Like no one in the clubs in general wanted it except for like the owners.
Yeah, they had been talking about stuff like this for a long time, and then obviously like their negotiations with UEFA to get more out of UEFA, more weren't going so well. And I was gonna say, like, I feel like some people knew about it. Like there was conspiracy theories. Like, do you think George Mendes knew about it?
Oh, probably. He's up
Probably.
there.
Right.
It's been like under the surface.
Behind
It's
it.
been being talked about for a couple of years now, but now
Here's a
they're
question.
actually
Do you
like
think-
stepped up.
Do you think LeBron James knew about it?
Only he
Probably.
cared.
LeBron James bought a bunch of stock in Fenway Sports Group like last month or a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
so
maybe
Oh
he
yeah,
did.
as a shareholder, you might have known.
So do
Yeah.
you think like these are things to talk about? Like, hey, you should buy in because like very soon in Europe they're gonna do this thing that's gonna increase the value like tremendously.
Yeah.
Their stocks
yeah.
all went up after that was announced, right? Like I think
Yeah, no, that's true.
because J.P. Morgan was putting in like $6 billion.
It's like 4 billion.
Yeah,
4.6.
the
or
numbers
something.
change because sometimes you get the pound number, sometimes you get the
Oh yeah.
the American number.
The euro and the American. Yeah.
They
But yeah,
knew
so-
nobody wanted it, right? Like but they were just gonna push it through, like because they're American owners. They're like, that's what they do over here. They're like, we
Yeah.
know this fucking sucks for everybody, but you can't do shit about it.
And we're
Yeah.
gonna
And
make
they-
a lot of money.
And you're gonna watch it anyways when it comes out.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. We would. We all would. If it
Oh,
happened.
hell yeah.
I don't
course.
think I would
Wait,
have.
what?
I don't think I would have.
You're a liar.
I
I would have
would
liked it. It
I would've-
ruins it.
I have no
If El
connection.
Clasico
I
is
only-
every week,
I only like Benfica. Like I have no connection to those teams.
dude, you don't even watch Benfica. You sleep.
Oh, fuck you. I have no connection to those teams. So like
See, What I don't
the
get is
Portuguese players might get me to watch it, and then George Mendes might feed all his players there, and then that's where I ended up, starting to care or watch this thing. But like
Yeah.
after that, I don't give a shit what Real Madrid does.
That tournament or whatever, like that league, like there's gonna be zero relegation. So it's just everyone's up there. So it's what
it's like the top 16 or 15 teams would be like grandfathered in, and they can't get relegated, and then it leaves like
Yeah, it's
4
an
or 5
American league.
teams. Yeah. 4 or 5 teams can like change in and out.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
true.
I was just gonna say it's such an American thing to do, to just be like, we come over here, we don't like the way things are done here. Let's just change it to the way we do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is how we do it over there. And
Well, I think another thing is that like the market was everyone in Europe's already watching soccer. Like they've tapped the market.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
it's like, how do we get viewers outside in Asia and North America and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I think
They're-
that's what the big idea was.
they're American in their companies, so that like every year a company has to make more money than they made the last year. They can't just stay stagnant or even drop off a year or like, whatever. So it's like, how do we make more money? And then you turn it into a company. It's like, I don't care to watch a company versus a company. So it's like, who gives a fuck? And that's what that's what they didn't realize.
The system that they wanted, it was supposed to be like 20 teams and then gets broken down into 2 groups of 10 that play each other twice. But all these teams are still playing in their leagues on the weekends. And I was like, this sounds so dumb.
They just wanted to replace the Champions League, because Champions League, they have to do well in it, and they have to fight for the places, because the places weren't insured, right?
Yeah. That's so boring. Fuck off then. Fucking have a better team.
Yeah, that's like watching the Masters when the old Masters champions play and they suck now. And it's like you have to watch them suck every year.
Mike Weir is just there every year.
Yeah.
Those American owners, they thought it would just be so easy, because they're like, well, we make more money than all the middle pack teams, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, we'll just do better. But they don't realize, like, they have to spend every year. They have to reinvest every year, because it's a club, right? So it's like you have to keep putting money into the club, and they don't like that. If you saw in the proposal, it's like that league would have a salary cap of only 55% of your revenue you could use. They love that. That's what they wanted. They're like, let's limit the amount we have to spend back on the team. So,
and the rest is for us.
Yeah, and then they wanted league and playoff. It's a whole thing where it's like they also just want more games, which is what they're also trying to get at UEFA. Like, they're gonna water down the Champions League pretty much, because they just want more games.
Yeah,
a longer season, because that makes.
I'm honestly cool with that. I'm fine with that.
I don't know. I'm not though.
More games? No.
Yeah,
New Champions League format.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna add more teams to the Champions League for next season.
That didn't sound too bad.
But
more games. They still have the knockout rounds.
No, but more games is gonna be more injuries.
Yeah, dude, we're already complaining by 6 games. Who's good. Who can make the next round. The US likes to kill a season by playing 82 games. You already know by like 60, 70 which teams are good, which teams are shit. So make you play the rest of them, and then they do a playoffs after. What the fuck? It's ruining it.
Part of me like the idea of like these big teams just ascending and leaving and like go do your own thing, because then it's like everyone else kind of gets to compete on a fairer level,
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have still watched the Premier League. That would have been good league.
The Wolves would have a shot, guys.
Yeah, the Wolves would be first place.
Wolves crowned themselves champions of 2018 and 19.
That was a funny tweet.
Because they finished in 7th place behind the top 6. So they're like, if they all got eliminated, Wolves would have been champs that year.
How about retroactively how many European titles Benfica would have? That's what I'm into. They stripped them all of their titles for going.
It
Benfica
ended up
lost, like, 1 against Inter, 1 against AC, 1 against 2 against AC, and I think
I saw a chart and it ends up being like Benfica with 6 and I think Porto with 5, or maybe 5 and 4.
Well, then Benfica, the one against Chelsea, right, in the Europa.
Oh no, this is just Champions League. I was thinking.
That's not how it works. They don't give it to the second place.
They should.
Well, they're saying if they scrape everyone's name from the history books.
Yeah. Isn't that how it works in the Olympics when people get their gold medals taken away?
Yeah, I think in the Ben Johnson race, like the guy who finished 8th place would have won the gold in that one. Avoided up.
Yeah, so the Super League was supposed to consist of AC, Inter, Juve, Barca, Real, Atletico. Basically,
Florentino was the guy really pushing.
Oh yeah, this is a Madrid idea,
front and center.
Yeah, and then it's like the anchor that dropped it, or the hammer, was supposed to be all the English clubs, which is Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United, City, and then Arsenal.
It was Florentino and the Americans, Glazer, Kroenke, and
And then the
Who's the
other
other?
club, I think,
Liverpool.
I feel like the other clubs went along with it because it's like, okay, if we're not in this boat, like then the rest of the thing,
what else are we
we don't
doing?
want to be on the sinking ship, right? It's like let's
Yeah.
just go with it. So it took balls for Munich and stuff to say no, but I wanted to like, and Barcelona and Liverpool. Barcelona is still like Spanish owned, and they're supposed to be very proud of like being from Barcelona and stuff like that. So I'm surprised they were on it actually.
Mhm.
But the thing is, La Liga, it doesn't generate as much money as the Premier League. So that's why I feel like Real Madrid, would take this leap because it's like they don't like playing Huesca and not making any money for that and revenue sharing with all these other teams and stuff like that, right?
But you know what? They're still tying them.
Yeah, exactly.
So they still wanted to play Champions League and this and Premier League.
No, they just
And
wanted their
FA Cup?
league. No, they just wanted their league, like Premier League, and instead of Champions League, this thing.
That's so stupid. That's
They want to make a
just
competing
selfish.
Champions League that they can't get relegated out of, and
That's
they
so
don't
dumb.
need to, and it doesn't matter where they finish in the Premier League, and that's why Jamie Carragher was like, oh, so then like the Premier League is just gonna be like the Carabao Cup to them. Like, what do they care? They just want the revenue sharing and the money that's made in the Premier League, but this will be like their main league.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, it was like part of me was like interested in what the idea would be like, just like the idea of the Super League, and then after once UEFA and FIFA were like, if you do this, you can't play for your national team or in any other competition. I was like, no, screw this.
Yeah.
I'll take my players back.
You can't play international if you play in that.
Yeah, that's
If they
what they
made
were.
it,
That's what they were
that
threatening.
went through with it.
Whoa.
Yeah. So no one would have been. I mean, like every team would have been decimated. All the European teams.
Well, the Premier League was going to kick them out too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So
they
they
were
would
gonna
just
be like,
have
you
that
can't-
Super League.
That's awesome though. Like they were gonna be like, you can't use us as your little like crutch or whatever.
Yeah. You can't just come and use this as a side hustle.
But Florentino's was like, he was like, no, they don't worry, they're not gonna kick us out of their leagues. But the Premier League would have. But I don't think Serie A or
no, they'd be too
or
dependent.
La Liga
on
would
it.
have. They would have backed down so fucking fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's just quickly talk about what do you think that would look like. Let's say Porto made it as like one of the 5 alternates, right? What would that do to the Portuguese Liga?
It would decimate it because like Porto would get what, like $500 million every year, or even just getting that 1 year. Like you could just make a fucking mega team.
The Portuguese League would kick them out.
I don't think they would have.
That'd be
I
tough.
think they would have kept them.
I think they might have.
I don't know. That's a big solidarity thing.
Yeah, I don't think for 1 second Benfica was too noble to like join it. They just weren't asked.
Yeah.
That
was my feeling
Luis
too.
Figo would have been on that so fucking fast.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like after it came out that Porto said no, I saw a post that Benfica's like, we would not have done it either.
Yeah, we weren't asked. I wouldn't have went to the party anyways.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would definitely suck for the Portuguese league. Like, imagine Porto gets like $500 million, and then they'll probably just buy up all the talent in the Portuguese league, anyways, or wherever, and just be a superpower. Like,
they would dominate, like Bayern Munich to the Bundesliga.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'd be gross.
And let's say, for
it gets
example,
so boring.
But let's say, for example, like no one stood up to them, and they just created the league, and UEFA did nothing, and FIFA did nothing. All the players, like Porto, would get a lot of incredible players because of just the amounts of salary and to prestige to be in the Super League.
Yeah.
So, like,
what if they
would
created
get players that you wouldn't think they would ever get? It would be crazy.
What if the Portuguese league mandated that if Porto's in it or if Benfica's in it or Sporting, when they come back, that revenue that they were given has to be distributed evenly amongst the league.
Okay, that's something.
That would be an interesting idea.
Yeah.
We're solving the Super League problem already, guys.
Yeah, they just have to talk it out. But that's the thing they didn't do. They did it in secret with just like a note in the middle of the night. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, what do you mean?
Guys, I'm inviting Florentino Perez to this Zoom call right now.
Yes. Get him in here.
We'll give him some of our ideas. Maybe he can try again.
Yeah.
Hola, buenos días. ¿Qué pasa?
Sí, señor. Yeah.
He said some crazy things. He also said kids don't watch football. They're just too busy playing their video games. So we have to think of ways to make a faster game and all this other stuff.
Oh my god, that was so dumb when he's like, we have to make the game shorter. I was like, what are you talking
is this guy just
about?
talking?
You see now.
He's just saying stuff to like,
Oh, like do like half hour, like an hour long game or something instead of 90 minutes.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's what
so-
I think they would have done. And I think they would have done 15-minute quarters so they could put more fucking commercials in there too.
Yeah.
Probably.
It
Oh,
would have been a bastardization of a game.
Fucking line changes.
Yeah.
Line changes.
Coaches challenges.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The referees would be mic'd up.
That's
coaches
what I
are
love
throwing
about
flags.
football is that it's not like our American sports that we have here. That's what we freaking love about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's not as commercialized. Well, it is. I mean, come on. Who are we kidding? But
Yeah.
it's not like that.
Yeah. The one thing I'll give to American football that I do really like is the short season. Is like there's only 16 games. It's like every game is so important. And you
Yeah, but
could
they want it, but they clued in on how much profit they have. They're extending that.
yeah.
So they're gonna make it 18 games now, and the players are like, "Well, this is the roughest game in the world, like, and you want to make us play it more?" And it's
Yeah.
like
You
they
gotta
don't care.
survive the season in the first place.
Yeah,
The shit beaten out of them.
Yeah, if everyone's injured by the time they get to the Super Bowl, what's the point of that game's gonna suck?
they
That's
don't
true.
care.
Also, this week, Mourinho finally
Oh,
got
yeah.
sacked, guys. He is
Done.
out at Spurs.
That's crazy. He didn't even get a chance to win the cup this weekend.
Oh yeah, they
That's
fired
the
him
worst
right
part.
before finals.
Carragher and Neville, and I think they said so. It's really weird that they would do it before the finals. Either the players went up to them and told him, this is enough," or they thought if he wins the cup, it's going to be a lot harder to get rid of him later.
Oh
know?
yeah, that's possible.
So they were trying to stifle him there.
But
And
that's
then they
also
also
kind of
said maybe
stupid. I mean, if you're gonna fire him, you can fire him whether he wins or loses. Like, what does it matter
Maybe
if he
they thought-
wins the thing?
maybe they thought they had the Super League in the pocket. You know,
Yeah. True. They did it the day after.
they're like, we're moving on to bigger and better things. Sorry, this train is moving without you.
Ryan
And it comes to a
Mason.
screeching halt.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Where do you think he's gonna end up next? I honestly can't imagine a
Bayern?
team
Guys,
No,
I
Benfica.
got the answer.
where
Please.
They're gonna fire Nuno and he's gonna take over at the Wolves.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That could happen.
that guy's so toxic. I don't want him at Wolves.
But maybe all those Portuguese guys are strong, mentally strong players that need that push.
Like Coutinho, yeah.
Yeah.
Portuguese players like him, don't they?
Some have thrived.
You know, like some Eric Dyer, good Portuguese boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I don't
definitely has
know.
his favorites though too, right? I feel like if he had a team full of his favorites, maybe he'd be a lot nicer. But
Yeah.
he's always gets inherited with a bunch of players he hates, and those are the ones that kind of
It's like, why
don't
does he
end-
go to
Yells
these
at them.
teams?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't imagine another team wanting him. I think he should just go back to Stubal and bring him up the ranks.
He,
They're
I
in the
don't think
third
he'd do
division,
that.
I think.
They're in the third? No way.
Oh, they couldn't pay their players, so they're like, got
Oh.
booted down.
Yeah, that's a thing that'll just sink you.
I'll take him at Benfica straight up.
Yeah,
I
You
want to see it.
take him?
I would
I mean,
love it. I would.
better-
it would be
freaking love
awesome
it.
Better than what you got right now.
for sure.
Yeah, and it's
I'll
prestigious.
take anything.
Can you
Uh,
imagine if he came back with like Benfica and won
The Super League.
Champions League? Or-
Like to take you guys to the Super League, and
He's
I
actually
think he'd do good.
because he got fired before, so he actually didn't have to comment on the Super League. We don't know what his thoughts on the Super League are. Like Pep
Oh,
had
he-
to talk.
he would have done it.
Klopp would have had to talk. Oh yeah, for sure. Klopp would have talked or had to talk. Not Mourinho. He was lucky. Or maybe they fired him because they know he would blow up at it. Who knows?
Yeah, or maybe he'd be in favor of it, and then after Spurs would have to backtrack and be like, guys,
Andre Silva scored on the weekend. I mean today.
scored
Sorry.
today.
It's
Yeah.
this Philip Kostic guy. He's always crossing it in for him. It's like a looping header, and he just taps it in.
Pings him in.
So he's 3 with 4 games left, I think. 3 goals behind passing the club record.
Oh, for
So I get
Frankfurt,
3
yeah.
and 4.
Wow.
You know,
They can do it.
I'll do it.
Holland has scored a couple goals, so he's catching up to him.
You know what? I think he'll do it.
So so for Chris who's following along, he could be nominee 1 for Joan Wonder.
Yeah. I'm taking notes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who else did anything.
Gonzalo Skij scored a goal, and Gelson Martins, and then
Joseph Martinez made his comeback. Yeah,
yeah,
That's
Pedro
pretty
Gonzalez.
I don't think he'll make the Euro team, but like good
Yeah.
for him coming back. And Gonzalo Guic, people are saying, hey, maybe he can be the Pedro Neto we're missing.
He's stepping up. And it's like,
Fernando Santos does love him. Like that, what was it, the World Cup? He played him so much, and we
Yeah.
were all so mad about it. Like he wasn't doing anything. So
well, it's also like
hopefully-
Valencia put him up on the market officially, and they're like, okay, go play for your new contract or play for your new club.
yeah, maybe that freed him up, or maybe
It energized him
Mhm.
way better.
sometimes players just need that kick in the ass
Mhm.
of not having a paycheck that they know is coming. And then also, so just highlights of the Portuguese players. Bruno did that sick dummy on the weekend to Marcus Rashford, or
was
sorry,
nice.
Mason Greenwood.
Oh yeah, he did his Rui Costa impersonation.
Yeah, I remember earlier I was saying how I was like, but Rui Costa, the thing about Rui Costa was he had these like style, like flicks and tricks. I think Bruno listened to that and he's really taking it to heart lately.
He definitely did.
He's doing a lot more dummies, that's for sure.
So he's tuning into the Portugal corner, is what you're saying, Justin.
Yeah, I think Bruno's
Yeah.
listening. Yeah. And then here's why he's my João Wonder of the week. Because then also Daniel Podence posted a picture of him on Olympiacos, I think in the Champions League. And about like, just about the whole Super League situation. Bruno reposted it, put dreams cannot be buy with a heart. I mean, not the correct tense of the word, but that's fine. He corrected it after. People were getting so mad at him. He's like, the guy's
English
just learning
is not
Like, come
his
on.
first language. Give him a break.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you
People on
get it.
Twitter are
Don't
like
need to make
laughing
fun
at
of
him.
him.
Like, come on.
Yeah, the João Cancelo did also as well.
Taken down though. I think all those City guys took it down.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Eee.
But it was just probably just
They
because
tried.
and also they made their move. Like they let their feelings be known. Even if you posted take it down, that's fine.
Yeah,
Anyways, they got their way in the end. So.
I just don't get how like none of the players were like taken into consideration with all this.
They're
'Cause, like-
Employees. There's Big
Yeah, they
Slick
don't care what they
consult you when they're doing something.
No, and I get mad about it every time. I'm like, we're in the trenches here. Why aren't you asking us?
But it's like, what if this went through and they made their Super League and then they're like, okay, you guys can't play in the World Cup or the Euro Cup, and just everyone on the team's like, okay, I'm gonna leave then.
Well, yeah, that's what they were worried was going to happen. That's what they realized. I think
That's
that
what
was
UEFA
probably-
wanted.
That was probably a huge side
Yeah.
effect because the season would end, right? Which they were going to end, but then the Euros would happen, and then the Super League. They can void their contracts if they go if the club I think goes against them, right? I'm sure they could get away out of their contract, right?
Yeah, probably.
It just all seems so messy. Like everything just seems so messy and not properly
Yeah.
planned out.
And just dropping it like at the end of the season or with like
It's
5
more
or
than
6
messy.
games
It's,
left.
it's more than messy. It's like selling out, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is because they are at the top, and they got to the top on the the backs of that league and everything else that brought them up there and those fans, and they're saying fuck you to all that. We're just gonna branch off, make our own money, and you guys will have to eat it. And Chris, you're in rock and roll. You know about selling out, like
Oh yeah, all the time,
Or what-
man.
Punk
Yeah,
rock.
or like what is selling out, what isn't selling out. This is selling out.
yeah,
These guys aren't punk, man.
yeah.
How
they're-
much-
They're not punk rock.
Millwall's punk, man. FC
Yeah.
Millwall's punk. How much would it take you to sell out, Chris?
What do you mean by selling out? Like make a pop song? I love making
no, just
pop.
like forgetting about your fans and just like what's funny actually back in the old days of rock and roll, like selling out would just be like signing with a big label, which is the only way you can make big money. And
Yeah,
that would be,
yeah.
like it would be considered bad if you did that.
Yeah, because they didn't
Yeah.
have the reach back then.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's
it's you're just selling out if you just want to like do well as a band. That
Yeah,
was weird. That was a weird part of rock and roll. That changed.
there's connections that you can't get to, and there's you kind of need to do it to get to the next level, and it's I don't know, people shouldn't be frowned upon for like joining a label or whatever
No,
if you
yeah,
want to
that-
if you want to make a living at it. But yeah, this like the soccer and the Super League, like they already have money. All those players,
the thing.
coaches, they're so well to do. It's not like they're poor.
They want more money.
But they are crying poor right now because of the coronavirus, right? But it's like you kind of aren't. Like maybe
Yeah.
maybe-
It's another thing of timing, and you're like, how is this the moment you're choosing to like make this giant jump because your pop
maybe you're
gets hurt for like 1 year?
yeah, maybe you're poor because the revenue isn't coming in. But you as not an asset, but like you as an owner are still worth this insane amount of money that's like so crazy high.
But you
So
don't
it's
have
like,
liquid
don't cry poor.
cash.
Don't fucking cry poor to us, man. That's also what owning a club is about. It is like you have to put your own money in. You own the club. You know what I mean? But they don't want to do that. They just want to be like business owners and be like, well, if the club's making money, then we spend money. If the club's not making money, like I'm not using my money. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And if you want us to build a new stadium, like the fucking England's gonna have to pay for that too, actually. Or the city, London, will have to, put in a little bit for that.
Yeah.
No way, man. Screw that. Screw them.
But also what's crazy is just like the amount of uproar that has caused, like universally with everyone.
Yeah.
And then do you guys see what Patrick Bamford said after the Leeds game against Liverpool?
He
Yeah.
tied it into something about racism.
Yeah, he was like if people stood up this much for football as they did against racism on any other weekend, like, what we could accomplish in
Yeah.
the world and in the sport.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well,
I know. Just giving Bamford a shout out. But it's been a solid player all season.
Good point. Yeah.
but they totally, in Europe, they also have a bigger protest culture, right? Those clubs, they feel like they belong to the people. Hopefully they still do, even though they kind of don't. But the governments, they think of it more as like working for the people, especially in like France and stuff. Over here, we just, whatever they give us, whatever slop of shit they give us, we say thank you and be on our way. Our soccer
That's how
team
I
wants
feel.
to leave.
That's how I feel about the Leafs.
If the Leafs want to leave, we bend over and we say, okay, you guys suck for 10 years. Not even if they want to leave. If they just want to not do anything for 10 years, the most some guy did was take a Eggo waffles box and throw it on the ice. Like, that's it. and everyone was shocked. They're like, throw him out of the arena and never let him back in again.
Or what about the people that wore bags on their head? The paper bags.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
That was a protest.
Did the Lions do that first?
You know what's a good protest, though? You know what would have been a good protest? You stand outside the arena, you don't let anyone walk in or out, and you say, no one's watching this game tonight because this team's fucking with us. That's a protest.
They would have done that.
Oh.
Nobody would attend those Super League games.
And for the Super League, yeah. They wouldn't let the bus in today at Chelsea.
Ooh.
The stadium would be empty for those Super League games if they were allowed.
As it should have been.
No, people still would have gone. They would have given away free tickets, and people with free tickets would have gone.
There would have been some riots maybe outside.
But they don't even, but here's the thing, they don't even care about the people in the stadium. They care about the TV money. That's where all the money is, right? The TV deals, the
There's more
subscription,
money on TV.
is the app on your phone that you subscribe to watch the game or whatever.
Yeah, DAZN. I think DAZN said that they would distribute it, and that was like one of the selling points was like, okay, we have this like growing subscription based thing. It's like they'll take care of all the viewers.
Well, of course.
That's why also the guys on Sky, and they say Sky was doing entire programs to stop it, was because Sky's money is on the Premier League.
Yeah,
Sky has all the rights to that, so it's
it's a little one-sided then.
No, it's all about everyone's pocket, right? That's
yeah, everyone's still doing it for the money because, like, at the end of the day, UEFA's not a fucking saint of a. They're not a great organization. They're still corrupt as hell, but
no, and that's the problem, and that's why they couldn't get anyone on their side, and also why the big clubs thought they had to leave because they're taking too much off the top here, But then also it's like you also have to play your way into the tournament, which they didn't want. And
that's the whole fun of watching your club team is seeing fight for position and relegation.
Top four,
relegation battle gets so good at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, this was another point I wanted to talk about. What they wanted, or especially what Florentino said, was like, he didn't want Real Madrid versus Alaves anymore. It doesn't bring them any money. Whatever. Brings money to Alaves when you're visiting them. But so he's gonna face AC Milan, let's say, every week. Does he watch fucking North America? He does obviously watch North American sports. I don't care. Like mid season, it's just gonna turn into like Sacramento Kings versus the Dallas Mavericks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By game fucking 32 or whatever, it's like everyone's just gonna be like, who gives a shit?
It ruins the specialness of the
dropping out
game
or anything like that. So it's just two teams in the middle facing each other. What creates like rivalries and all that stuff is the importance of the game.
The other thing that I imagine happening was like it would just like start relying on like skill and touch, and it's like you lose the intensity and the ferocity. So it's like you're not playing like those edgy teams at the bottom of the table like Sheffield and West Brom, and it's like you can just end up with all these like lazy fat players that are just like, okay,
Like
They're-
Ronaldo.
They got skilled. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo.
Oh yeah.
I
the
saw this
competition.
thing, and it was Ronaldo when he was at AC Milan, and Ancelotti was coaching, and Ancelotti's like, I can't play you. You're getting too fat. Like you got to work on your stamina. And Ronaldo was like, do you want me to run or do you want me to score goals?
I heard that too, and he scored 2 goals that game.
Yeah, that big fatty.
Yeah.
Oh, but I just want to make one more point about like the speciality of the games. Like when we growing up, the Leafs used to play the Habs twice a year. It was just we were in the Western Conference, they were in the East, and we played them once here and once in Montreal, and that was special. Like it was a freaking event every year. Like in this during the regular season, when regular season games now mean nothing, right? But during the regular season, it's like, oh, when are the Habs coming? You look it up. When are we? When are they facing? Now, no one even knows. No one cares. We're facing them every year, or sorry, every other week because they're in the same division now. So what they thought would, be so special, and it doesn't stay that way.
No, it ruins it.
They would ruin it, yeah.
Yeah, like the luck of the Champions League draw is always like so exciting. Like who are you gonna get?
Even
like,
though it's rigged, as we have said on this program.
Yes.
Program.
But it's still, it's like, not every team makes it to the knockouts, and it's like sometimes you end up on different sides of the table. And then, maybe Bayern doesn't play Chelsea for like 5 seasons, or Madrid doesn't play PSG for a couple of years. And then when they eventually meet up, it's like, oh man, like there's no reference point to what the last time they played. So it's like, how do you compare it to anything that's happened?
How about the clocks who follow the team? So now midweek, every single week, they got to go to Milan or Madrid. It's just not happening, right? Or they can't afford to, or like, I don't think they're counting on the traveling fans. It'll be like how we do it over here in North America, where it's like, it's really whoever's in the city, and I'm sure ticket prices will get inflated too, and all these people will be priced out of the game and all that, but. How the clock's supposed to follow? What I'm saying is how the clock's supposed to follow their team around every week in Europe.
Hey, I can't believe you stole that fucking bottle of rye from my room.
I was on one last night. I had a couple of beers.
A couple of beers. I needed the rye.
Yeah, obviously nightcap.
So you did that last night?
Yeah, because I needed a nightcap.
So you went in like a fearless cat burglar into his room.
The door was open. The door was open.
Oh.
He was asking to be taken.
Yeah, that's on you, Patrick.
I actually asked for the ball to be kept in his room because I didn't want it in my room.
But then you just go into my room and take it.
That's right.
You guys need another system.
Yeah.
We gotta keep it under lock and key in a safe.
Yeah.
Justin doesn't know the combo.
Oh,
And he
man.
says, please tell me the combo. I need it.
And I gotta delete the what's it called? The alcohol delivery guy's number on my phone.
So what do you think that UEFA would have just awarded PSG Champions League champions if this had gone through?
Well, they were talking about bringing back Porto and the other teams, right?
That would have been cool.
That would have been so fun.
I'd be down for that.
Porto,
Apparently, the
Bayern,
reason they
Dortmund.
stayed out of it was the PSG owners' relationship to the UEFA people. So it's all one big circle jerk up there at the top, So it's like PSG's like, no, we're buddies with UEFA, so we're not gonna go. And also in the back of that, they're probably thinking, maybe they'll just hand it to us. Actually,
Yeah, yeah.
We don't want to win it like that.
No, they would have taken it.
I don't know. Ask Neymar. I don't know. Maybe Neymar would take it.
He would. Of course he would. Guy's got nothing.
The guy has no silverware at all?
Oh no, he's got some. I think he's got 1 or 2.
Barcelona has a
Champions
Champions League.
Yeah,
Barcelona has
got
a couple leagues, I'm sure.
Oh, he's just a whiny little baby.
Neymar, underrated, overrated, or rated? Well, we're a Portugal corner podcast, so maybe we should do like a Portuguese.
Yeah, we'll just stay away from Neymar.
Stay away from Neymar.
He's an interesting.
He's in the news. If he's in the news, I think people want to hear what we have to say about Neymar.
Yeah, what's
The
the
people wanna know.
Portuguese? What's the Portuguese Canadian perspective on Neymar?
That's right. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, I think he's. I don't
We
want to
have
say
do it now. I'm just saying maybe it was one day when he does something, but yeah.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll make some notes on it.
Yeah.
Write something down.
Yeah.
When they win the Champions League, you can bring them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think City will win the Champions League?
No, I think Chelsea will win the Champions League.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. So to get back in the podcast, I think City would have been. The City players would be fuming, especially the Benfica guys, because we know them like pretty personally. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
Way
think
too
they'd
many.
be fuming. Like, they're like, this is our year. We were about to do it. And you guys just go and say, like, we don't even care about this anymore. They're pretty much, the club is pretty much saying, we don't care about this anymore. Meanwhile, they're in the tournament and they're about to win it. And they're like, who gives a shit? This
Care
doesn't
about
pay
money.
out enough.
That is a
It's
good
like,
point.
they're not even about the glory. They're about the dollar, which is so, like, painful to see.
And it's City. It's like, don't you have enough money?
Yeah.
More than everyone else.
Those
But
guys
you
are
don't
just
have
made of
fucking
money.
trophies. But you want to rig a league where you can stay in it every year. Fuck.
I think they're just bored. They're just looking for new shit to do, a new horse to bet on.
That might be it. Maybe a bunch of like these geezers were just like so rich, crapping their diapers in their like condo or like beautiful apartments all day, and they're like, "Fuck this coronavirus! The numbers on my bank account are slowly going down. Like, what do we do?" And then they're just like all coked up, and they had this crazy idea of this Super League. They're like on Zoom calls like this. It's got to be something like that, right?
You think this idea started on Zoom?
I think it's coked up
You think
Zoom by billionaires.
started on coke?
They're like, dude, they're like, all right, just Kroenke's like, I'm fucking releasing it right now. I'm sending the email, and he hits the enter, and it's like, it's out there. It's out there. Washing their hands of it.
They're like, dude, you owe
We got
Arsenal.
guns. They're
They're
like,
not
throw you
good
back out
enough.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the idea of Arsenal being there, they're not on that level at all.
Yeah.
People slagged off Arsenal a lot. I have to stand up for them. Like, I don't even like them, really, but like they're the third biggest club in England. I don't know what everyone's talking about. Like,
They're a
third
big
most
club.
trophies. They have won actual Premier Leagues, like in the early 2000s, maybe, but they've been bad for a while. But
This is about big clubs.
Since the ownership, huh?
It's about big clubs. It's not about how well you've been in the past few
No, I
years.
know, but it's like
it's about how much money you have.
I know, but competitively, it's like they're not on those standards at all.
But even
You say the same thing about Tottenham.
But historically, they are.
Historically, yes, but
Yeah.
as of right now, no.
Yeah, they said the same thing about on Sky Sports last night about Tottenham too. They're like, Tottenham hasn't won anything in like, I don't know, like a decade or something.
Okay, but that's the thing. Tottenham's a different story. Tottenham hasn't won anything, and they've been like good, and they have a great stadium, right? And they have rich owners.
All about big stadiums.
Yeah.
It's all about the big stadiums. Once you have a big stadium,
stadium is huge.
Take to the next level.
Yeah,
that's why I think that's Chelsea's next major investment. They're still playing Stamford Bridge.
Bigger bridge?
A bigger bridge. We're gonna need a bigger bridge.
We want a bigger bridge, but you know what? UEFA and all the fans and everyone else said, you're trying to make the Super League. This is a bridge too far. That's what.
Oh.
So you just want a wider bridge, not a longer bridge.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't kind of that thing of like, you know, you can do so much. Like the game has obviously sold out for so long. Like the European Championships used to be just you win your league and you get into the European competition. Everything else is nothing. You know what I mean? And they had the Cup Winners' Cup. So it's like, oh, if you win your cup, actually, you can also get into this competition, the Cup Winners' Cup. Then after 92, they're like, no, we're going to make a whole league out of it. There's different spaces and there's blah, 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 blah. So that's great, but they don't do these things for competition anymore. They do it for money. So it's like it just more selling out. And then this is where I think people drew the line of like, okay, you can keep selling out for so long, but this is something you cannot do. You cannot just say fuck you to the leagues and just break off.
Mutiny.
Yeah. How much would you guys sell out for? I wanted to answer it earlier, and I will again.
Give me a hypothetical situation.
Okay. A record company says to you, Chris, we want you. The music's great. We love everything, but your whole look has to change. And then also Marco's as well. And sorry,
Marco needs to bulk up.
Yeah.
The other guy, yeah. You'll need to get jacked and tanned, okay? And sort of, you know, do this whole gimmick, like almost like a wrestling gimmick. How much would it cost you to do that? But they say we're gonna make you famous, more rich than and also we'll change all your songs.
And they're like, Andy needs to wear spandex.
Yeah. You're gonna be a hair metal band now.
I don't know. I don't think I would do it.
It's a lot of money.
I have to see like a figure. No, I couldn't do it. It's just so fake. My life would be fake. It would be a lie.
$200,000.
No, that's nothing. I wouldn't do that.
What if they
I
promise
would
you
do it
could,
right now for 200,000.
You're already
op-
doing a hair metal band.
Yeah.
That's true.
what if they said you could open for Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden?
Joel?
The
I don't know. I don't know if Joel fans would like us, anyways. I mean, it
I
would
don't even
definitely.
think Chris cares about Billy Joel. Was that
I like Billy Joel.
He doesn't like
Like go to
Billy
your
Joel.
dream board in your room. It's like a bunch of different things you want to accomplish. Open for Billy Joel is one of them.
Why not?
Yeah.
Hey guys,
I got other things on my dream board, man.
Billy Joel or Elton John?
Oh man,
Where do you guys stand?
The Piano Man
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
singing the Piano Man drunk in the Madison at the Madison Bar Room at 23 years old. Hell yeah!
Yeah,
That's-
but I would
that's
also
that.
do. I would do
But
that
then
with
he also
Betty and the
that's true.
Jets
He also
either.
does. He also does what's the one? Blue Jean Baby, LA Lady.
Tiny Dancer.
Seamstress for the band, Tiny Dancer. Yeah, then he does Tiny Dancer. So they kind of go back to back.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Cheers.
I don't have any alcohol in my room.
cheers. Where did it go? Well, what happened in Portuguese League this week, guys?
I don't want to talk about it.
Porto won.
Once this news came, actually, like it was just thinking about all the games and everything. It was just
It was
so
weird.
unmotivating. It was like, who even cares about any of this now? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I felt that way.
it was a strange weekend because even like last weekend.
Well,
like,
the only
June-
feeling I felt was like when I saw those teams playing, I'm like, I want you to lose so badly, and they
Yeah.
most of them drew, but it was
Yeah.
like
They tied, yeah.
they
A
were
lot
all
of them
shook.
tied. Liverpool tied. Chelsea tied.
Mhm.
we're still going for Aston Villa tomorrow, right?
They playing City. United.
Yeah, Aston Villa against City and Southampton against Spurs
And
Ooh.
Arsenal play on Friday, I think.
against Everton, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I would like this one. How did you watch Beto's fantastic performance on Firenze against Sporting?
Yeah, we had it on. I don't think we paid attention to
I heard
it, though.
I heard Beto stole the show.
We can't
He
include
almost-
that.
What?
that we were watching, but we weren't paying attention.
Oh,
You know what?
Yeah, we
Florentino
put
Perez is
games
right.
on
These
and then
games
we
are
just look
boring.
at our
Yeah. Imagine if they were only 40 minutes.
Mhm.
Hey, Perez is on to something.
Smaller fields, guys.
Yeah,
5-on-5.
Yeah.
we're playing
Shifts.
futsal now.
That's exactly what that is, actually.
But yeah, no, you need the whole like 20 minutes for like the game to settle in, you know. Unless there's an early goal, then the other team trying to get into it, then the other team sits back in the. It's a whole. It's an art.
man,
Yeah.
it's about tradition. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Can't lose that.
Speaking of tradition, so like we have obviously lost the tradition of like the flow of the game because they brought in VAR. I don't think they're ever going back. Do you think they'll ever go back to 3 subs?
I don't know. I don't think they necessarily should or have to. Because what are they at now? 5 in La Liga
5,
and
yeah.
in Liga NOS?
That's half your team you can change.
Yeah, but it's
It
like
creates
coaches.
more jobs like for guys, I guess, to be like a legit bench player. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kinda
it gives
like-
more people a chance.
Yeah, it opens more. It creates more opportunity, and also I like it that it takes away from like so many injuries, right?
Yeah, like player exhaustion.
it also could help for like guys coming up, you know, when like there's a dead game and a big team's winning like maybe like 4-0 or 3-0, you have those extra 2 spots to do a sub that you wouldn't normally do, which is like a young kid coming up, let's throw them in a game, see how they're doing, especially if you're a big team, right?
Yeah, so you get your 5 subs, and then 2 guys pretend that they have concussions. Then you get 7 subs. You change the whole team.
I didn't know
You
you
give
could
your
do
back-
that. Could you
You
actually
give your
do that?
backup goalkeeper some time. Yeah, in the Premier League now they established 2 concussion subs.
Huh.
So if players get hit in the head, they can get a free substitution.
Oh,
And this is the coronavirus bringing all this about, but like I don't know, all those changes already feel like super American to me. Like they're already feeling like challenge flaggy, and like baseball you can put in, take out whoever you want, obviously not twice, but you know, hockey you can do
Yeah.
that, football, basketball. I like about soccer, it's like this is your lineup and you can change 3 guys, you know.
yeah, but then when say you can't make a sub anymore, and then it's like you have to keep somebody with like I don't know, like a twisted ankle or something on there, and just like
You don't
yeah,
have to, you can take them off, but you're down a guy.
no, it's
That's
like
the game.
Yeah, but then you're a man down for however long. I don't know.
shouldn't have got hurt. I don't know. This is
This
the way I always watched it. You have 3 subs. If you use them all and another guy gets hurt, you're fucked.
I guess.
I don't know. I like the extra subs. I don't think they should get rid of it. Well,
Yeah,
it's like
but-
they started with I think it was in Champions League or was it World Cup where they started like if you get to extra time you get an extra sub.
Yeah, that I don't mind because the play in extra time was usually pretty bad and pretty dead. You know, maybe an extra sub would help it, and also like you're playing a little longer than you normally were expected to.
Yeah.
I also I don't mind the like when they play in the middle of the summer, it's like fucking 40 degrees. They get a water break. That's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
That's
No,
okay.
just- you want
Because then
to
you're watching a
dehydrate?
game and the guys aren't even running. Like they can't run. You know, they're
They're
cramping.
gonna
up.
hydrate.
So tired.
They gotta eat the orange slices.
They should. Well,
Yeah.
And they
they shouldn't really even be playing in the summer, I guess.
Well, get ready for World Cup Qatar 2022.
Tar?
Well, that's why they moved it to November, right? It's gonna be November World.
Did you guys ever see that there was like this thing where they were making like fake clouds? They were basically just like blimps that were like
Yeah.
just
Yeah, to
flying.
try and cool the air.
Yeah.
The amazing
Yeah.
ingenuity that these people can come up with it when it comes
Yeah.
down to money. If it's like
Yeah.
money, why don't you fix something to make fix the world? You fucking
Yeah.
When it comes to money and slave labor, anything is possible.
Can't fix world hunger, but you can make a fake cloud.
I don't know.
Elon Musk is like, we can't fix this world. Let's just build a spaceship and take us to Mars. Does he listen to himself? This sounds like the most insane, stupid shit.
He wants to make a super world.
That's right. We're gonna break off. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, who's the other guy? Jeff Bezos. We're gonna make a super colony on Mars, actually. We're breaking off from this one.
Hey,
Taking all our
man.
money and our resources with us too. See you guys in hell.
So Mars
thanks.
is gonna be the Super League.
And they made all their
Yes.
money off us. This is the perfect analogy. And it's like, and you made all your money off us. It's like, and you're just fucking off to Mars? Go to
And
hell.
then he owns Mars FC.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna have to
Mars-
play
Mars FC
Benfica and
playing in the
Braga.
Galactic. Mars FC's playing in the Galactic League. Fuck.
I support
Non-stars.
Uranus.
And then we get a sick showdown. Hit a groove.
Juwan Wonder.
For me, I'm gonna pick Bruno because he proved me wrong
Ooh.
with not being as stylish as Rui Costa. Then he stood up against his team on what he on what he believed. And
That's
also
better.
he made a little, I thought it was endearing, a little mistaken English, you know? If I was doing the reverse in Portuguese, probably wouldn't be perfect. 100% wouldn't be perfect. So I gotta give it up to Bruno. I put him at my João Wonder.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I could back that.
Yeah, I like how you made it also not so much about just
play.
about performance. Like
Yeah.
you took the João Wonder to the outside the soccer world. Not outside the soccer world, but
Yeah.
it's not totally about performance. So yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna nominate Nuno Pinto da Costa because he said no to the Super.
Oh, fuck you.
He will never. No, he can never win the João Wonder. But I just want to say about Chris's point, and that goes for all you Joãos out there. It's not just about performance, okay, guys?
It's about
If
what
you want
kind
this
of
thing, you can be a João Wonder just from what's in here, and I'm pointing to my heart right.
Follow
I'm
your
gonna say
corazón.
Beto.
you gonna say
Beto
Beto?
from Portimão. And
What
I'm
the
sure
fuck
he's
is
against
that?
the Super League too.
Yeah,
So it's a four-way tie. Oh no, we got two. We got two.
We got
from
yeah.
yeah.
Chris.
No.
Okay.
What about who scored for Gil Vicente this week?
You can, yeah, okay.
My
Funny, man.
very favorite team. 'cause it
This
did
is a
feature
fun
on-
podcast. This is a comedic take on football or something.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah, thank you
thanks
very
for
much.
listening. Follow us at Joel_Wonder on Twitter, at the Portugal Corner on Instagram, portugalcorner@gmail.com for questions or comments, and leave a rating or review wherever you listen. All right, guys. Have a good one. See
Yeah.
you next week, hopefully in person.
Yeah, I got a poop.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
Have a good poop.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.